Welcome to This Just In, the show bringing you the latest advancements in healthcare, strategy, innovation, and public policy. And now, for the fastest voice in healthcare, here's your host, Justin Barnes.
Welcome back to This Just In Radio Show, broadcasting live from HIMSS 25 in sunny Las Vegas. We're here at the AMD booth. Very happy to be here. I'm excited to introduce my next guest and friend of the show, new friend of the show, Nicole Roskill, Director of Partnerships for Help Scout. Welcome to the show, Nicole.
Thank you so much.
Glad to be here. When did you get in town?
Got in town yesterday.
Yesterday
Evening, yes.
Excellent. And
yes.
You having fun so far?
I am. It's great.
What's the most notable thing that you've seen or heard since you've been here?
Certainly the AI pavilion,
Yeah, okay.
and also like the startup area, which is really interesting, and some neat things that they've got going on over there. So there's a couple notables.
What are your goals for being here?
Certainly to meet with customers.
Yep.
Partners,
excellent,
prospective customers and partners,
absolutely,
and to really just get immersed in healthcare and see what everybody's doing these days.
So I love that term. I don't say prospect. I say future customer or prospective customer.
Nice.
I don't say prospect, but and you did too. I love that.
It's such a positive thing to say, right?
It's fantastic. So what progress are you? I like to start my show off. What progress are you most excited about seeing in the industry today?
So there are a couple things that I think I'm really excited about.
Love it.
So one is certainly patient-centered communications, patient engagement.
Yep.
The way organizations are really thinking about making sure that patients get access to care and are engaging them along the way. Help Scout is a customer support platform, and so we're really all about customer experience and patient experience. And so it is an area that I think is going to continue to grow in the coming years in terms of really needing to make sure that patients have access and get engaged in the way they need. I'm also super excited about AI
yes.
and self-service tools, automation. That is having an impact on every industry. It's probably the biggest sea change that I've seen in my career.
Yep.
And so to think about AI and the promise of that is reducing repetitive tasks, allowing providers to really focus on patient care. That I think all of that stuff is really important, and it's exciting to see it.
I love it. Great point. And I don't let people do sales pitches, and I know you won't, but I do want you to tell me a little bit about Help Scout, because I'm not familiar with Help Scout.
Sure.
So give me the minute version or 30.
Absolutely. We're a customer support platform.
And who's your primary customer, target customer?
We are really cross-industry, but
Okay.
we primarily target small and mid-sized businesses or healthcare organizations.
Okay.
We have been around for 13 years. We've got 12,000 customers globally. We've got hundreds of customers in the healthcare space, and I think an excellent value proposition for companies that need to provide great patient experience. But also, I think another part of our value proposition is we want to provide the ability for our customers to really delight their customers and delight their patients. And so the platform in and of itself has a very intuitive UI.
Yep.
It is very easy to use. We like to say that when you start using Help Scout, you can become a user within 15 minutes and a power user within a day. And so I think in the healthcare space where the primary focus is on patient care, you need tools that really don't make your life harder, but make your life easier. So we like to say that healthcare can be complex. Support doesn't have to be.
Right. I love it. Great. So what healthcare or digital health trends are you seeing in the industry today?
Well, certainly, as I mentioned, AI.
Yeah.
AI, self-service, and automation are the three that I would say are, I think are most impactful at this point. And so, like from a self-service perspective, I like to think about like human psychology, and there's a human psychology element to waiting. When you're waiting and you don't have information, it causes a lot of stress and anxiety. So again, healthcare is complex. Yep. Support doesn't have to be. So in terms of, self-service tools, things that we can do to make the provider experience easier and the patient experience easier, super excited about that.
Excellent. And what are some what advice would you give to somebody, or how would they navigate that specifically? What types of tools? I mean, obviously you guys offer Help Scout, but what else? What trends or strategies to help navigate that?
Sure. Well, I mean, I think a couple of the best practices would be to make sure that when you're choosing tools, that you're choosing tools that are actually going to make your life easier, not more complex. So, right. Tools that can fit more naturally into your existing workflows are going to be, better choices for you. So, I would say, that's one of the I guess the pieces of advice that I would give give to folks that are trying to, to navigate this. I think the second thing is we've always got to be focused on the patient experience and making sure that the patient's experience is better and not worse.
Absolutely.
I'd say in just navigating this, you've got to, just always have that patient experience in mind.
Yep. So how many HIMSS have you been to? How many annual conferences?
I have been to, I think this is my fourth.
Awesome.
Fourth or fifth.
Okay. Fantastic.
Love this conference.
Yeah. This is actually my 25th. I realized that on the flight out here. It's my 25th.
I was going to say, congratulations. This is your 9th one broadcasting.
11th
You're
broadcasting
11th.
live. Yeah. From the conference.
Congratulations.
And then Jake we have 5 different broadcasts going while we're here.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
This is about 40 guests. It's a little bit insane.
Yes.
But it's all great because they're all great like you. So what are your goals for being here? Like, what do you hope to achieve while you're here for the next couple of days?
Sure. So, certainly learning more about how other companies are approaching the trends that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly understanding how organizations are adapting to this need for better patient support, better patient access, and then we're always looking for interesting technology. So one thing that Help Scout does is we have over 100 integrations, and so we're thinking about interoperability, how we're integrating to help make things easier for customers. So I'm also sort of on the lookout for some of that.
Excellent. So partnerships, and then
absolutely.
Any fun dinner events or anything like that?
Well, I'm going to some. I'm not hosting any, but I'm certainly going to be partaking.
Excellent.
Yes.
I think AMD has one tonight.
I think they do. I think I'll be there.
There you go. Excellent. So thinking beyond today, what's a key strategy or trend that we think we're ready to navigate in 2 to 3 years from now?
Right. Well, I think there are a couple things. One is that healthcare providers are already stretched pretty thin, and so we're having to figure out how to do more with less. And with an aging population, I would expect that is, that's not going to slow down. It's only going to pick up.
Correct.
And so the trend that I would say to navigate again is to figure out tools and strategies that you can use that can allow you to make sure you're focused on the best patient care. And so tools that you can use to eliminate some of the administrative burdens, streamline things for your staff. Certainly, staff shortages and staff burnout is going to continue to be a thing.
Yeah.
So I think finding tools that will aid not only your patients but also your staff is going to be an important thing to think about.
Yeah. No, I agree, and that's actually almost every guest have brought up. The burdens that we have in healthcare and the burnout that we have. Not just from a usability standpoint, but also just the daily grind that we have in healthcare.
That's right.
Yeah, we're taking it seriously. I know we are as an industry, but I love to kind of call people to arms as well, and call us to think about this even more strategically and put more thought into it, because we have an aging population, like you said. We have growing demands in our healthcare system. We have to learn how to do more with less. We have to embrace innovation and technology, but also I challenge our industry to step up too, to help create those innovations, help solve these problems at a grander scale, because we deserve it as patients. We're paying more than healthcare. We pay every single day more for healthcare than ever before.
That's right.
And we do deserve it. I'm very positive, very optimistic, and I think we're going to get there. And I think also my very first guest from our other show this morning, Rasu Shrestha, brought in how he thinks this is a good thing, and actually Anish Chopra also said this on his show. I think it's a positive thing that we have to kind of look inward a little bit. We have to look to solve problems more efficiently, challenge us to do more with less. You can't it's just unlimited money. We have to figure some of this stuff out. So let's use it as an opportunity to feel the pressure and look for solutions and solve them. So I think you echo a lot of that.
Absolutely. That is one thing that we think about every day at Help Scout is how do we help our customers do their jobs better? How do we help them delight their customers, their patients? We've got a couple of customers here with us, and a couple of the things that Harley Therapy and Intuitive they have cited is ease of use, intuitive AI. Matter of fact, we heard from Food Revolution Network, who came back to Help Scout recently, that one of the reasons they came back was the intuitive AI and the ease of use. They actually said for their teams, it felt like they were coming home. So that says a lot about the platform and about
It's a great testament.
Right, absolutely.
Absolutely. Are you guys, I met you in Atlanta. Did you fly in for that meeting?
I did. I live in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, that's a beauty town.
Love it.
Love Charleston.
Yes.
I grew up going to the Spoleto Festival.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
So it's still every year, right?
We were just looking at the Spoleto, the agenda, the program.
Yeah, it's April, May timeframe?
It's April, May. That's right. Yes.
Because it rained half the time when I was there, and it's sometimes it's a little bit muddy, but it's fantastic.
It can be, but it's beautiful.
No, Spoleto's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Nicole, for
Thank you
joining
for
the show.
having me.
You got
Absolutely.
it. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.